up, everybody? Out here getting the first shed hunt of the season done. I got a couple hour window to get in here and look for some sheds on one of my permission pieces. And I think tomorrow I'm going to come in here and grab some stuff down, as I don't fully know if I got the permission piece again yet. I got permission to shed hunt it, but I don't know on the next hunting season aspect or turkey season. But just kind of in here reliving the Lil John hunt, October 16th, and to kind of give you all an insight of what happened. I learned, this year was my first year learning how to hunt ridge points, and it's been a roller coaster, to say the least. Basically what this is it's a great big ridge point. It overlooks a bottom field, and if you look right there, that is a giant feed tree. In other words, a white oak that drops hundreds of acorns. And it did me well in October, that's for sure. I do have this piece next year. I do know where I'll be in that October lull period. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be right here on this ridge system, right here on this point. So yeah, basically it's just a great big ridge point that funnels down kind of into a draw here, and basically goes right to a creek. So that's what we're looking at. I was in this tree right there, and like I said, October 16th, it's a morning. That's one of the first things I learned about thermals and everything hunting ridge systems is to hunt, you know, the mornings hunt on the top and the evenings hunt on the bottoms. And I took that to heart, and I stuck on this ridge point every morning hunt I got in October, and it worked. So yeah, I came in here October 16th of a morning and got up into that tree right there with my saddle set up. Already had the sticks and stuff in it, and I had a bunch of does down the bottom field here, just blowing. And at this point in time, it was probably 30 minutes till daylight, and I was like, man, what the heck, you know, which I know better than that. I've killed deer 5 minutes after deer's blown. It don't make a difference. But yeah, I was up in the tree there, and does stopped blowing finally down in the bottom here, and lo and behold, I hear bucks sparring down in this draw here, but it was still a little too dark. You can make out shadows, that's about it. And yeah, I was keeping my eyes peeled down there. About that time, I seen a body pop up, and I seen white. I could tell it was a buck. And sure enough, there's a old barbed wire fence that separates the property line right here. And that's what I did. So there's an old barbed wire fence right here, and so this buck came and jumped the fence and basically fed on acorns to right there, roughly. And again, I'm right there in the tree, and about that time I hear another deer jump the fence, and I look up, and Lil John is standing literally right there. And at this point, it was just waiting on shooting time. Waiting on, you know, the right time to pull the trigger, obviously the legal time. And of course, when that time hit, he was, you know, facing straight towards the tree, what seemed like an eternity. And finally, he turned facing back down towards the bottom, broadside. And as I was grabbing my bow, because I was completely, you know, I didn't have my bow in my hand, and I had this little 8-point right below me. As I'm grabbing my bow, I don't know if he's seen movement, or he got a whiff of me or something, but this buck jumped, that was right underneath me, jumped to the right a little bit and just kind of got all spooked. Still stood there, and I looked up at this buck, and he was, you know, he was standing right there looking straight at the smaller 8. And at that point, I'm like, okay, this is a 4.5-year-old 8. I know he knows what danger is. He knows the behavior of other deer. And I knew right then and there I had to make something happen. So, yeah, he was standing broadside, and I drew back, and I let it fly. And I would have hit this buck. It would have probably been right in here. If y'all can see the tree. Yeah, he was probably standing right here when I hit him. And he would have ran basically right down into this little draw here. And I probably lost the lighted knock in him probably right here. Which of course it's hard to see the tree there, but I lost him there. Got down out of the tree about an hour afterwards after calling everybody, and got down, looked at my arrow at the hit site, looked for my arrow, couldn't find it, obviously packed it off, but I did see some blood. I'm like, okay, this is good. And I got about to probably right here looking down in this bottom, and lo and behold, there was my knock. No deer. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what kind of hit it was, but I guessed a shoulder hit. But I knew if I just snuck down in here really slowly, really quietly, look at the arrow and back out. And so that's what I did. And the anticipation is probably what killed me the most. I'm also looking for sheds, obviously. But yeah, the anticipation of even walking down to the arrow and seeing what the hit was just nuts. And yeah, I got down here, picked up the arrow. Oh, look at that. Right around where my arrow dropped, there's a scrape. The irony. Gotta love it. Oh, that thing's been worked up too. But yeah, the arrow dropped right here. And yeah, so I backed out, called Melissa and Jared with Tebow Creek, and got them out here, and put the dog on the track, and the dog came right down to the arrow, and we followed the dog, I should say, followed the trail of the deer. And to just kind of show y'all a little, I guess, kind of show y'all a little demonstration of how far this deer went. Now this brush pile here, the dog stopped at this brush pile and just kind of sniffed around for a little bit. And then all of a sudden they kind of came right around this bend here. And boom, the deer was laying dead right there. Pretty crazy. I always love coming back to these areas where a memorable hunt happened and reliving it. And I know y'all didn't really get eyes on it because you didn't, obviously I didn't film the hunt. So I know you didn't get eyes on it. So I figured I'd go ahead and make this video and post it to YouTube for all the viewers, and so that way they can see kind of how everything happened. But all right, well, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna keep looking for sheds. Good Lord willing, I can find one of a buck that's hopefully still running around. So all right, thank you. Like they always say, dream big, hunt hard, we love you.